Hello there, Cancer. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com. And I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and I'm an empath. And I've been doing this work for 27 years now, and I decided about a year ago that it would be really interesting to learn how to read cards. And so for the past year or so, I've been training myself to read cards. Even though I've been a reader for 27 years, cards always have interested me, and I thought it would be something different and something unique at this point in my journey. Anyhow, it's been fun. I have to tell you, it has been fun. And this is my second time out here into the world of YouTube, and I feel like this is something I probably will continue to do. And my intent with this is that even just one of you get the information that you need through my prayers and the work of laying the cards. I have to tell you, I have a great appreciation for all of the people out there that do read cards, because I can see the time and the effort and the patience and the willingness to really serve that they've put into this. I want to tell you to, if this does not resonate with you, just go look at your rising sign or your moon sign, and usually if you put them all together, you'll get the biggest benefit that you can. You know, if something's not quite fitting here, I'm sure it will with the other signs put together. There's lots of calculators out there that can tell you if you know your time of birth, and that will show you your rising and your moon sign. But that's normally how this works, and I'm an empath, so I am using Cancer, right, as your first name. That's how I'm triggering this. So everybody in the world is Cancer that is a sun sign Cancer right now, and you don't get to be George for this time being. But what else did I want to tell you? Oh, if you want any more information about me, it should be down at the underneath this YouTube video, and you can look me up and go over to the website, or if you want to schedule an appointment with me, same deal. Now, what I've done is I've picked 4 cards for the month of March for you, and I'm going to use the card that was underneath the deck for an overview of the whole month. And these cards, what I found is they don't go, I don't believe they're going to go week by week. Maybe they will for some of you, but I don't know as if it's going to work like that, or if they're going to blend in and out of the whole month of March. But either way, you know, just pay attention. It does not, you've got, I think, wait, what was it? I think everything for this month, I believe, is in the 9th house, astrologically. I'm not an astrologer, but I believe that means like higher education and long distance travel, things like that, what you're gonna, could be like affairs to do with your partnerships. It's several different things, and long journeys, all that kind of stuff that comes along with it. Me personally, basically right now, Cancer, I feel as if there's really a need for communication this month. And by communication, I mean opening communication to my own self, because the card at the bottom of the deck here is the Queen of Swords, and to me the Queen of Swords is a woman that can cut to the chase, let's put it that way. If I look at her, she has a rope around her wrist where she's tied down, right? And obviously, she's just chopped that right off her wrist, and she's not standing by for anything. She wants some harmony and tenderness and the truth, and anything else she can get in it. This is a very strong and powerful human being, and I'm not going to put a gender on it because this is a general reading, so I don't know if it's going to be a woman or a man. I do know, I believe that if it's a sword card, it will be an air sign: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone who has those kinds of qualities around them. In this case, based on the other cards that I'm seeing here, and that you have a need for adventure, they're saying, I need adventure. I need something changed somewhere in my life, right? And it seems really, really important because all the cancers I have ever experienced are pretty much homebodies, but if you gave them an opportunity or a chance, like to go do travel or to up the game, they're going to take it in half of a minute, even though they're pretty much homebodies. And this card here, the Three of Wands, this is the first card that I pulled out. So we have the Queen of Swords, a woman that's cut into the chase that has experience under her belt, you know, or a man. And at this point in life, they're standing facing out because the world is before them. They have the experience, the ability, capability to attract wonderful things in their lives. And this may not be what this card means all the time, but when I look at it today, based with this Queen of Swords, or you could say King of Swords too, the personality traits, this person is showing. So I'm showing myself finally to the world, you know. And like I said, for a Cancer, they always stand in their integrity. They love harmony. They love strong communication. They love not having to argue for all the time. But at this point, they're saying, if I've been thinking back for, you know, the past couple months at least, if I've been thinking back on what my journey's been like, I am thinking forward. I am showing, you know, I'm facing the world and I'm thinking forward, and I'm thinking about what is beneficial to me. The next thing is the Queen of Pentacles, and that's why I'm saying this. This is a smart woman. Financially, obviously, she has a pentacle in her hand, and pentacles to me are money or opportunities, things like that. This could be a man or a woman, whatever situation that you're in. If it's a male pentacle, pentacles are earth signs. They're Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, I believe. This person, and I believe in this case, even though you're a water sign, I believe that this Queen of Pentacles is someone, along with this Queen of Swords, male or female, that's really experienced a tough time in their life. But because of those tough times, they've grown and grown and grown spiritually. And all they have to do is look a little bit backwards, and they'll be able to see how much they have developed and where they want to go forward. Spirit's telling me right now, at this point in time, Cancers are, you know, big planners, whatever. This is the way life works for them. But the next card here is the Eight of Swords. And as you can see in the card, this lady's tied up with blindfolders on. I have to tell you that I don't think this is a bad card at all, because this woman is tied up very loosely. There are 5 swords on one side of her and 3 swords on the other, and if you notice, if she takes one step back, she's outside of this fake barrier wall that is holding her hostage. And that is all she has to do to start her life on this great, wonderful adventure. or all he has to do to start his life on this great, wonderful adventure, to bring communication, to bring, because we have this Three of Wands here, to bring people into our social circle that are going to be helpful, you know, to us. And this could possibly be the Queen of Pentacles too. This could be a person that's very financially secure, knows their way around money, and really can help you get to where you want to be in this great adventure. Where I want to be. You know, what do I want in my life? What, you know, what kind of job do I want? Where do I want this path to take me? Because there's a lot of choices and decisions that I can make, and I want to make sure that they're in harmony with me personally. Because the next card that comes up here is the Seven of Cups, and it's in reverse. So this way, it's like I got a ton of choices and decisions to make, and I can't pick which one, blah, 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 and I'm talking to myself and talking to myself. Then I say, oh my God, Cancer, I just have wishful thinking going on in my head all the time, and it's not going to happen. But that's not true. You're on an adventure, Cancer, and I'm going to take those steps this month to make sure that I'm prepared and ready for the adventure. Because when this is upside down, yeah, I have a lot of choices and decisions, but I've overloaded my mind with too much imagination, right? And I have all this experience behind me with whatever the people I'm dealing with, the situations I'm dealing with, you know, like even the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Pentacles, they can suffer very severe emotional loss in their lives, but they learn from it. They come through it. They can be single again and stand on their own. Stand in their integrity. And I feel so strongly, Cancer, that this month you're going, because this is upside down, I always think when I see this card upside down, I have so many choices of all this hot spicy food that I'm on overload now because I ate it all. So what I want to do this month is I know my life's going to change, and I've known it for months. So what I want to do is prepare for it. I know from my past experiences, right? I know what I can do. I know what I can do for a living. I know how I can support myself. I know if I can have the intelligence or opportunity, because I'm showing myself to the world. This time I am showing myself to the world, and I have all this experience behind me. And with this card as the first card, that draws to me people that are going to help me with my experience, or help me while I make my shift through into the next phase of my journey. And this will help you, because I believe Cancers are very tender people. They have a strong outlook if they were protecting family or friends, like the mother cub or the mother lion coming out and, you know, yanking the cub out from underneath anything. They are true lovers of humanity as a whole. But when they take what has happened here with these two queens, when they take that blindfold off, they're a different human being. I have the capacity to stand up for myself. I know the gifts that I carry with me. I know what I am capable of doing, and by God, I'm going to do it, and I'm going on an adventure no matter what it takes or who it disrupts, because I am going to bring harmony back into my life. So what I want to do, Cancer, is I want to get my plans in order, my ducks in a row, you know, whatever. I want to make sure that, you know, anything I can do that brings that one thing I'm going to pick out of the clouds without giving me all this heartburn that I'm having. If I'm going to pick it, I'm going to pick it based on all of the experience that I have in my life and everything that I know to be true about me. And I'm going to show myself to the world and bring the people to me that are going to be able to help me. I'm going to attend to any responsibilities I have. If I'm going to perhaps, say you're moving across the country, or that's my dream and my wish, I'm going to know exactly, because I'm taking the blindfolders off, I'm going to know there's opportunities that are in front of me because I have experience. I'm not going to let anyone talk me out of that. I'm stopping that self-doubt and I'm stepping forward. It feels so important because this is not a month to indulge myself, is what they're saying, in wishful thinking, like woo-hoo, woo-hoo. It's a month of facts, because this is giving me heartburn, and it's giving me heartburn bad. So I know what I can do now, and I know what I can't do, and that to me is the most relevant thing. And I don't want to argue about it. It is what it is. I'm not going to argue with you. What is that? Religion and politics? I'm not arguing it. Right. It's coming down to, I'm not arguing. I know, because I want adventure. I want a different, style of life. I want people who can communicate with me, and people that are in their integrity and in harmony with me. I want those people around me, and that's what's important to me now. I'm taking a step forward, and whether it's going to be business, whether it's going to be moving, whether it's partnerships that are no longer valid for me, it can be just like, this is a general reading. It can be a lot, but it's time for me to show myself to the world, because when I show myself to the world and I finally step out of this, all these swords that are surrounding me, and it is so damn simple. I mean, every time I look at this card, I used to think, years ago, I used to think, oh my God, she's in bondage, she's tied up, somebody's gonna hurt her or do whatever. And I realized after this whole year, I was like, oh man, she could just walk backwards one step. And if you walk backwards that one step, right? If I walk backwards that one step, I know all my skills. I've learned a lot of my lessons, and I've taken those lessons to heart. And no one's going to take them from me because I'm standing in my integrity. And that's kind of the end of that, Cancer. That's what they're saying. I know it comes out a little bit funny, but it's not a funny situation. It's the way you feel inside. And if I take those blinders off, step one step back and find out what I know and what I've been doing, and the things I am capable of because of my suffering, right? An amazing human being comes out that other side. An amazing human being that has integrity, that enjoys an adventure. All of these wonderful things. Man, I'd take that chance in a half of a heartbeat. Let me just pull an angel card out here for you. This is why I don't shuffle the cards on the camera, because I am a terrible card shuffler here. But let me pull one out, and I'm going to read you whatever else it says in the books, because last month I thought the angels were stacking the deck on me because I kept pulling the same card even with all the shuffling. Hey, Cancer, we're going good. Your card is assertiveness. These angels just absolutely fascinate me. It says, if I could hold on to it says, this situation can be healed gently and with love. as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness, Cancer, with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. There's other meanings in here, so I'm going to grab this little book because look at this. It's even open to assertiveness. That's pretty wild. They must be really trying to give you a strong message, Cancer. It says you drew this card because you were asking about a situation where you felt victimized. The angels are saying that the situation can only be rectified if you clearly communicate, and that's a word they were saying to you, communicate. Communicate your needs and expectations to others. It's possible to be both angelic and assertive if you call upon the angels for courage and guidance whenever you intend to speak your truth. With practice, loving assertiveness becomes easier. And the additional meanings are face the situation directly, which they gave you right here. Step backwards, evaluate all the strengths you have. It's one step. That's all it is. Pull off that blindfold and drop those ties. It says read a book or face the situation directly. Read a book or take a class on assertiveness training. Replace aggressiveness or passive-aggressive behavior with assertiveness. Handle conflict with honesty and love, and tell the truth to yourself and to others. This situation is an opportunity for personal and spiritual growth. And from what Spirit was telling me, it's also an opportunity for those of you that this message is for. It's an opportunity for an adventure. And it's not every day of our lives we get an adventure. And especially when I have so much wisdom that I've gained throughout my life through loss and through, other people's cruelty. The spiritual development in and of itself is tremendous. So if I can look at myself through the eyes of Spirit, there is nothing in the world that can stop me. There is nothing in the world that can knock me out of my integrity. Look at the skills I've developed. How amazing. Well, Cancer, I really appreciate spending this time with you, and I'm glad you've spent it with me. And if you want to know anything about me, it's, like I said, down below, and the website is spirits-healing-readings.com. And I'm Frankie, and if you want to make an appointment with me, go to the website, and all of the information is there. And I really have appreciated all of your comments and your likes and shares. This has really been an interesting few months for me. It's been fun, and thank you so much for everything. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.